3 Weather Lab. Here's Daniel's True View forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. Severe thunderstorm warning ongoing, going to be in effect up until about 6:20. That's down through St. Landry as well as parts of Acadia Parish. Let's get right to the radar. Got a report in of a tree down on a car out over towards the Eunice area. That coming in just a few minutes ago from the National Weather Service. The system now southwards of the Eunice area, pushing its way through Acadia. One little part of it has the warning on it, and that's going to be for this severe thunderstorm, which is now south of Opelousas, but heading its way out over towards the Sunset area. Been drifting towards the west-southwest here. Church Point going to be included, getting some of the worst weather right now. May get a little bit of hail inside this system where you see the little white dots, and that even stretches out beyond the polygon. So really this whole cell as a whole has been quite nasty. But where you do see the little white spots there, typically a little bit of higher reflectivity, sometimes can indicate a little bit of hail, but again, the radar kind of hitting this towards the top, so it may just be heavy rainfall. Again, haven't seen any reports or pictures of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a little bit of hail within this system, and then some nasty weather that's going to stretch out south of 190 now. Things are clearing up in Eunice, but this is getting ready to push into the Crowley area. We'll be in the north side of Lafayette as it does enter northern stretches of Lafayette Parish. Winds have been quite gusty with it, capable of producing wind gusts up to about 60 miles an hour. Closer look at that system now, southwards of Lawtell. If you are northwards of 190, out of the danger zone now is the worst of the weather now towards your south, but it's going to stretch from Church Point all the way through out over towards Sunset, which are kind of catching the brunt of it currently. Church Point, little ways to go before it does start to ease up, but you are starting to see the back end of this system looking just a little bit better. This is going to be pushing into the Carencro area, so if you're in North Lafayette Parish, South St. Landry Parish, or out over through Acadia Parish as well, you're going to want to be on the lookout for this system. And even if you're not inside this warned box, there is quite a bit of weather that does stretch out over towards the west. You've got a lot of lightning associated with this. You've got a cluster of lightning bolts out over towards Iota, and then stretching pretty consistently all the way through to the warned box area that is just off to the northwest of Sunset. So again, that area in between Church Point and Sunset seems to be where the worst of the storm is, and then just outside the box. So again, certainly if you're inside that warned box area, you will want to make sure that you head inside Opelousas. Looks like it's south of you guys now, but you're still getting some lightning strikes, and that's something to remember. Lightning can strike outside of the center of these storms. It can be on the periphery. So if you do see the lightning, just head inside. Again, this whole system is pushing its way southwards and going to be working its way across I-10 coming up here probably in the next 15 minutes or so as it continues to drift southwards. Get ready for the weather in Lafayette, Carencro, all the way through Doosan, Scott, Acadia Parish. If you're along I-10, get ready for the weather to start deteriorating. Model picking up on that cell, actually, and bringing it southwards, so everything should be, as the model tells, doing a pretty good job. It should clear up overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow. Mostly clear skies for early tomorrow. Sunshine going to be with us, with the clouds starting to build up by about lunchtime. You'll start to see some of the towering clouds with the showers arriving. Came down on the rain chances just a little bit. Had them about 50-60% here the last couple of days. Brought it down to more of a 40-50, so I think we'll still see some showers popping up across the area, maybe just not as numerous as what we were expecting. Monday night does look clear with the main line of showers, thunderstorms. That's going to be arriving early Tuesday. I think Tuesday morning up through Tuesday afternoon. We'll see those showers racing through. Looks a little bit clearer later on in the evening, so it could be a wet commute to start the day on Tuesday. After that, we kind of sit right on the edge of a boundary, and I'll show you what I mean here. It's going to be a frustrating forecast for the middle of the week. That front drops through, brings all the showers early Tuesday morning, should clear a little bit by lunchtime. And we'll see the rainfall hang just outside of our area on Wednesday, mostly out over towards the east, with some drier air sitting just outside of our region, but we're right on the boundary of the dry air and all of that moisture. So Wednesday, wouldn't be surprised if we have a ton of rainfall. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't have any rainfall. We'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be one of those forecasts. Oh, we got a lot of rainfall that we've got to get through in the meantime. Going through temperature-wise, early Monday morning, look for the temperatures to be sitting in the upper 70s. I think 77 degrees for your overnight low tonight. Evening showers, again, we do have the thunderstorms. A 50% chance of rainfall early, but looking better by tomorrow. 40% chance for some showers in the afternoon. Going to look pretty similar to the way it was today. Tomorrow, high getting up to around 93 before the shower showers do set in, and then some wet weather, I think, on Tuesday, particularly Tuesday commute time into early parts of Tuesday afternoon. And then Wednesday, kind of wait and see, but I think after that it's more or less pop-up showers, thunderstorms. Temperatures should get back down into the lower 90s, not the heat that we had for last week. Again, we have a severe thunderstorm that is now south of 190, but that storm is going to be pushing into North Lafayette Parish. No warning extended for Lafayette Parish at this time, but the weather going to be deteriorating here probably next 10-15 minutes.